Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So, when I graduated college, I graduated with a liberal arts in economics. And the only reason why I graduated with a degree in economics was because I got kicked out the School of Business. And the way it works is like once you get kicked out the School of Business, you have to find a major that's related or that's closely related to the degree you were pursuing. And that was economics. So I went through all that, took the classes, eventually graduated, and then after I graduated, I was thinking like, all right, should I go for my master's? It didn't take me long to figure out and say, yeah, no, I don't want to do that, right? Like I don't. First of all, I didn't want to rack up the debt that it takes to get your master's degree, and two, I was like, yeah, I really don't like school to begin with, right? Like I knew once I got into college, I was like, yeah, I really don't want to do this, but I did it because that's what you're told to do. And for me, my passion was obviously entrepreneurship, business, and you don't really need schooling for that. And I think for a lot of people, especially, going for their degrees, like, a lot of people, obviously, once you get that master's degree, you think the more degrees you get, the more money you'll eventually make. You'll get that job and make more money. And I also think that people like the structure. Like when you're going to school, everything is structured for you. Everything is organized. You be here at this time. You take this class. You study and you do what you have to do. But when you have to enter the real world, then that structure is gone. That you have to organize your own life. And I think for a lot of people going to school, they like the fact that everything is structured for them. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you a couple of three videos where people are realizing that a lot of these companies, a lot of these jobs don't really care about your degree, right? Because you'll learn that once you get into the job, if you're able to get that job, they're gonna teach you a whole new system. Anyways, they're gonna teach you the systems that they use, and your degree really doesn't matter, right? And you'll learn that through their experience, like why it doesn't work, and for a lot of people, why so many people are struggling to find jobs after college. So we'll start with the first video.
Y'all, 2 years ago, I got my freaking bachelor's in political science, and today I am unemployed and just got a rejection letter from an entry-level position as an administrative associate at a university. Do not study political science unless if you're going to go to grad school, because you will not get a job.
So obviously that was the first mistake, right? Getting a degree in political science, right? Like that's not the greatest degree to get, right? Where you're gonna learn politics, government stuff. Now you know what? Look, if you're gonna go for that degree, then it's important for you to build connections, right? To get to know people, because I guess you could find, depending on who you know and depending on who you get involved with, you can find a nice little government job, get into politics, and probably you can have a nice lucrative career with that. But it's really gonna be important to understand that you need to build close connections, right? Don't just think you're gonna just get a political science degree and just enter the world and find a good job and make good money, right? It's gonna be important to make sure that you're building connections, getting with the right people, and making sure you're very direct in where you're trying to go with that, political science degree. But obviously, you see, for her, it didn't work out too well. Like she can't find a job. She's unemployed, and she's struggling to do anything with that. So it's very important to make sure that you choose the right degree that's going to at least make you some money. All right, so let's go to this next one.
When I was 19 years old, I changed my major in college 2 times, and the thought behind that was, I'm going to change it to something that I'll enjoy learning about and that I'll love having a career in later in life, even if that means I don't make a lot of money. That was my first mistake at 19 years old, because econ was too hard. Silly me, because it's...
I ain't gonna lie, econ is tough, man. econ is a lot. Like I took econ 101 and econ 102. But yeah, it's a lot of information. Economics is there's so much to learn. There's so much detail, and you really have to really understand like the intricacies of when it comes to economics, and you really have to be really like it and really focusing when you're trying to understand economics. But the thing is, you don't really need a degree to learn economics, I guess, right? I mean it's important. It's really, that's what I talk about on my channel. But to go to school for that, look at me, I bought this book, Basic Economics, right? Thomas Sowell, right? Great book. Teaches you the basics. It's a big book too. It's a really thick book, right? But it teaches you all the basics when it comes to economics. But you don't need 4 years for that, unless you're trying to be some, I don't know what kind of big type jobs you get as economics, but you can just learn. You can learn economics in books and videos. You can learn this stuff. Like, you don't need to go to 4 years of college like I did to learn that stuff. So yeah, it is a tough one.
Now, 5 years later, 2 degrees later, in the field that I love, and like predicted, I'm not making a lot of money, and I'm miserable in the job that I have. So the plan that 19-year-old me had did not work out.
And that's the thing. That's a lot of people. Like, you're expecting like 18, 19-year-olds to make these life-changing decisions where they want to go with their life. Like, most 18, 19-year-olds don't have no idea what they want to do, right? Now, obviously for her, she went with a job she loved, right? But what a job, a major that you love is not going to translate into money, right? You want to make sure you're choosing a major that's going to make you some damn money, right? That's the most important thing. Okay, and I think a lot of people, we get caught up in the, we're going to go to school. I'm a major in this thing because, you know, I have a passion for it. I really like it. I love it, but it doesn't make you any money, right? You want to make sure you're doing something that has purpose, that's going to make you money. Because if you're going to take on all this debt, you want to make sure that at least when you graduate, you can find a job that's going to pay you the money so you can pay it back. Right. But of course, as you're 18, 19-year-old, you don't really know this. You don't get proper guidance. Like, parents are not guiding you well enough. Your guidance counselors aren't prepping you on it, and they don't give you the proper guidance. So you're learning this on your own, and then you figure out, you go into the world and you figure out, you know what, I really don't like this subject. And then it's too late. You got a whole bunch of debt, and then you're still trying to figure it out. So yeah, it's important to make sure that you have a plan. Go to, like, for me, man, like, if I could do it over again, I wouldn't even go to college. I just go straight right out of high school. I just go to work, figure out what I like to do, and then go from there. And if I need anything in order to make more money, certifications, I need a certain degree, then I'll do it that way. But I just go to work, find out what I like, find out what I don't like, and then go from there. Right? So we got one more video. Let's see what she got to say.
After I shared my salary transparency video, there's people asking me what I studied and if I had a master's degree. I studied industrial engineering for my bachelor's and systems engineering for my master's. However, I don't recommend everyone to get their master's degree. Microsoft didn't pay me more for having a master's degree. I basically went in the company earning the same amount as somebody with 1 internship and a bachelor's degree, as where I had 3 internships and a master's degree, and we earned the same thing. So I was pretty pissed in the beginning. However, I did leverage my master's degree to change positions and grow faster in the company. So I definitely think it's about what you do with the degree, not precisely what the degree can do for you. Out of the 4 potential offers that I got after graduating, only 2 of them were going to pay me more than for having a master's degree. I personally only recommend getting a master's degree if you want to go into a specialized field, or if you're fully funded and it's something that you really want to do. I personally did it because it was fully funded for me. I only had 5 classes left, and yeah, it made sense, and it was something that I wanted to do.
I see, that's the key point. That's the key point that she made right there. Like, a lot of people, when they pursue these degrees, they think, all right, let me pursue the degree because I think it's going to help me make more money, right, at my job. But what you learn is that once you get to these jobs, they don't really require all that, right? And if they do, what you want to do is, like, all right, you want to make sure you get your foot in the door first, right? And you probably don't need a master's degree for that. You can use probably your bachelor's degree. And once you get into that job and you're pursuing the thing, you're going through your career, whatever job that you're doing, and as you're trying to elevate and make more money, they'll let you know, if you're trying to apply for a position, they'll let you know exactly what you need. If you need a certain degree or certification, then you can pursue that, right? And then once you're going for that, you don't have to worry about paying for it. Have your company pay for that. Okay, but what people do is that they get the master's and they have all these credentials, and then they'll try to get that job thinking that these companies need that, right? Get your foot in the door, and then go through your climb that ladder if you want, and then you'll figure out what the things you need in order to make more money or progress through your job. And I think that's a smart thing to do. Like, so many people just go for these, I'm going to get my master's and then get the PhDs. Like, you could get the job first, and then if you need these things, then you can pursue that as you go, right? That's a smart thing. It's going to save you a lot of money. Make sure that your company's paying for it, right? If you need those credentials, make sure your company's going to pay for it so you don't have to worry about all that debt. And I think that's for what a lot of people should be doing, instead of having to try to go through all this schooling. And like I said, maybe because people like some people just love going to school, right? They love that structure. They like just, the fact that everything is organized and done for them. Because, once you enter that real world, man, that everything is on you. All the decisions, all the choices that you make have an impact on your life. And you have to structure your own. You need to structure your you need to structure your life for yourself, organize yourself. And some people struggle with that, right? And schooling is everybody loves school because it's done for you. Okay. But yeah, when it comes to these college degrees, man, I think more companies are not requiring the degree. I'm not sure. I think Walmart was one of them, but I think more and more companies are starting to get to realize that, you don't need the degree. And hopefully more students will realize that. More people say, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just focus on working and making money. And then if I need any credentials, then I'll pursue that. But instead of just jumping right from high school to college, unless you're going to be, running in the STEM field, it's just, it's a waste of time. I'd get rid of like 90% of those the curriculums in college, because they're all a waste of time. You don't need to be going to school for all these stupid ass degrees. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so guys, take care and have a good one. Later.